terrible. They were really naughty. Tina is here looking very festive.
Yes.
You look lovely,
Do you think
actually.
it's me?
It's quite sort of Dame Edna-esque.
I wanted a flashing red nose, but makeup thought that might be just a bit over the top.
Just a wee tiny bit over the top.
I've got flashing reindeers.
They're lovely.
And my horns, so I think
Obviously.
I'm Doner and Kebab, that unknown reindeer that never got, you know, any good press at all.
Absolutely. Have you ever done anything daft at Christmas like those folk there?
I'd like to confess that I was the one who sabotaged my brother's Action Man one year after trying to kill him because he got the Action Man and I got the Tiny Tears, and it just wasn't on. And the dog did eat the Christmas tree one year in the search for the chocolate money. We came down and there was bits of plastic fur every time.
Nightmare.
Everybody has them.
Now, we would like to say Merry Christmas to the soapy people.
But no ho-ho in Soapland. Have you seen the Sun today?
Yeah.
Suicides, beatings, crashes, aroused, despairs, the soaps. Now, we know some of them. Some of them have been leaked. And I actually think it's good to warn people at this time of the year because hatchings, matchings and dispatchings and seasonal sex with the ex. That was the other confession I did at Christmas, but we're not going to go into that. But, you know, it's always like that. There is a little bit of glee, even in EastEnders. I had to look with my soapy psychic seasonal glasses very hard. However, apart from the nativity play on Christmas Eve, Mark proposing to Lisa and Dot and Jim deciding to get married. Right. There's not a lot else festive. In fact, we know that Phil is going to discover that Louise is his child. Who's the daddy? This year's must-have storyline. Sharon's going to tell him, but this, our sneaky preview, is a little bit leading up to that tragic decision.
OK.
Morning, Sharon.
Morning. Looking forward to Christmas? Yeah. I promised Mark I wouldn't.
It's Phil's baby, not his.
I can't do it to him.
I thought you loved him.
I do, Jamie.
So what's more important? Protecting a friend or being honest and truthful with the man you love?
If I tell Phil, he'll go crazy. He'll destroy their lives.
Sharon, he has a right to know.
It could change the way he feels about you.
Could change the way he feels about you. Maybe that's what you're really scared of.
He's going to find out, isn't he?
Of course he is. And then, you know, there's a custody battle for little Louise and all of that. Mark and Lisa, will they ever get married? And violence. And I feel a bit queasy about this at Christmas because Trevor attacks little Mo again. Yep. And then she gets her revenge on him. And we can't condone that. No. Yeah, I'm trying to be serious. We can't condone violence. Listen to the reindeer woman. And actually, the other thing I do feel quite serious about is, like we all know about Les's suicide bid in Coronation Street. The Samaritans in real life get more calls at this time of the year. It's not the happy storyline. No. Before that, he takes Janice hostage. And then, just as he's about to do it, we know that Dennis goes to rescue him and Dennis dies. Oh. And, you know, this is the wickedest thing I will say this season. Les has been whinging on so much, I just want to say, just go ahead and do it.
Oh, but you know what? I think he's awful. I really do.
Well, brace yourself, because we've got an awful scene of Les trying to commit suicide.
Oh, no.
Tell Janice it wasn't her fault, will you?
What wasn't her fault?
What I'm going to do? I don't want anyone blaming her for it. I know how people talk. It's just that she was everything to me. I don't know how lucky I was to have her, even if I didn't tell her so. I know I should have told her now. I should have done lots of things.
Oh, gosh.
Just do it!
Just do it.
We don't mean it.
Misery.
We don't mean it.
I'll tell you what, don't you think it was nice of Jack and Vera to donate this for the
Well,
set?
this is the kitschest thing I've ever seen. But we have got some good news in Weatherfield. As we know, if you saw the Devon Deirdre revelations and the leaks and stuff, all her Christmases are going to come at once, aren't they? I did like Anne Kirkbride last night on that. Deirdre and Me was a brilliant programme, very revealing.
Really interesting. She seems a really lovely person.
I think so.
You know, the way she was getting on with everybody, not just, you know,
and a marigold fetish.
But I can understand that. I can understand that totally. No, I can.
You know, more Quentin
I'm a bit like that. I
just leave the dust. Anyway, apart from that, we've got, you know, Matt and Maxine, big snogs, and him getting a bit obsessed with her. Ooh. We've got Terry, and this is the Christmas miracle, doing the right thing by Jack. He thinks his dad's having a heart attack. He drives him into hospital. The good news is Jack's all right, but Terry gets arrested. But I've sort of even think that that's going to be all right. Okay. And in Emmerdale, the big game we're playing is Who's the Father as well. A bit of a spooky parallel. Carlos is back in time for Christmas, but of course all of us want Ashley and Bernice to get back together. Yeah. Now we know she has the baby, but before that there is a snog, but things don't go entirely according to plan. That's Luke.
Look, if you don't mind, I'm rather busy. You shouldn't have come yesterday, but you did, and you made your feelings clear.
I didn't
mean to run away. I was confused.
Well, then, let's try and clarify things a little for you. The kiss was a mistake. We were a mistake. You say you and Carlos were a mistake, but at least you got something you wanted from him. This time last year, I was looking forward to marrying you. Right at this moment, I'm looking forward to you turning around and finally leaving me to get on with the rest of my life.
Oh
dear.
It's the man of the cloth, but she's been horrid to him.
She has been really bad, but
Which
I mean,
is very, very sad.
he must forgive and all of that.
Forgiveness is good because it is a season of goodwill to all men, not just Charity Dingle. The Dingles are very nice to Pollard this year. They find him, he's hurt his back, and they sort of give him a good Christmas. They take him down to the Woolpack in a wheelbarrow. So that's nice, because he's been horrible to everybody. And then Mark Reynolds ends up in prison, which isn't very seasonally gleeful, is it?
What about the new family? Are they doing it? You know, it looks like
they've all sort of scattered to... All the kids have gone off to see their various relatives and
Where
things
they
like
live
that.
is really odd. It's like they live in a sauna. It's really weird, you know, in that...
It's not a chalet.
It's very strange.
They're sort of like
Get them a
exiled
house.
out there. I think they will eventually.
Get them a
So that's
house.
not very happy either.
Right.
More doom and gloom, I'm afraid, in Hollyoaks. Adam has a horror crash and may never walk again. Hollyoaks, I watch to see gratuitous nudity of young people, thank you. I don't want horror storylines. And Brookside, poor old Tinhead, is he dead or not? There's a big gangster storyline brewing there.
Right.
So the only good news I can tell you in Brookside is that Bev and Lance are back in the new year.
I love Bev
My
and Lance.
favourites.
Fantastic.
Bev's bar, though, is not going to go down very well. And I've heard a horrific storyline about her and Jimmy Corkle involving a pool table. That's all I can say. It was a bit of a psychic flash.
Okay.
But I'm not doing any warning triangles today. I'm saving myself for the new year.
All right. Tina, thank you.
It won't get happier, though, I can tell you now.
You look strange, but festive.
Oh, good. Good, good.
Right, I'll tell you what, you'd never believe me if I said you could have a flatter tummy and trimmer arms by tonight, but it's absolutely true. We're going to show you how you can do it. Apparently it is, after this break.